Hi, it's Mandy from XQZT Floral again, and today we are doing how to make bows. It's the number one question that I get during classes. It's the number one question that I get from customers. We teach it every class, but I'm going to show you how I do it on camera today, and hopefully it will help you out. So we're going to start with a 21-inch gauge wire, 21 gauge wire. The reason why we use wire is we find it's easier to manipulate. Some people use chenille stems. We find that's harder to manipulate and they're easier to break if you're trying to tighten it properly. So we use a 21 gauge wire. So the first thing you have to do is tape your wire with floral tape so that that wire is not exposed to the elements. If you're putting this outside, or even if you're putting it in your Christmas tree, you don't want those wires exposed because they can stab and they will rust. So we want to make sure that we're not ending up with anything rusting. So that's the first step. Next, we're going to take our ribbon, our very sparkly ribbon that apparently my cat wants to eat. And what I do, even with the cat in the way, here we go, there goes the kitty. What I do is I start with my tails. So this is going to be my tail. So I'm going to pinch it, and then I'm going to go away from myself. And I'm going to make a loop. And I'm going to start out small. So this is my first loop. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to twist, and I'm going to make another loop on towards myself. Twist, a loop away from myself. Twist, a loop towards myself. Twist away from myself, twist towards myself. I'm going to keep going, and as I go, I'm going to graduate. You can see that they're slowly starting to get bigger. So we're going to make another one, away from myself, twist towards myself, twist away from myself, twist towards myself. And what you're going to end up with is it's all going to be lined up. And you can see it looks like little stair steps. And then we're going to come to our final part and we're going to make the other tail. So I twist it again. I'm going to pull on my ribbon and there's my two tails. I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to slide it right between my two fingers. And then I'm going to pull down. And then I'm going to pull it at the back. And then I'm going to twist. You can cut the tail off now. And then what we need to do is fluff it out. So at this point, we're going to start moving and manipulating the loops to make it look more like the bow that we want. And you can't be gentle when you do this. Don't just think doing this is going to help. You have to pull. And there's our first bow. Now this is my method of making bows. It takes about 3 to 5 yards to make them. I generally do about 3 yards for the bow, and that's plenty. Now I'm going to show you another way to make bows. This is my mom's way. It's a little bit harder, and if you have arthritis, it makes it even more harder because it's hard on the fingers. I have arthritis pretty bad, that's why I do my way, but this is Mom's way. You're going to start out with a middle loop, and you're going to pinch it between your fingers, just like so, nice and pinched, and then you're going to twist to make sure you have your good side facing out, and then we're going to loop towards ourselves, we're going to pinch and twist, loop away from ourselves, pinch, twist, make a loop towards ourselves, pinch and twist, away from ourselves, pinch and twist, towards ourselves, pinch and twist, away from ourselves, pinch and twist, towards ourselves, pinch and twist. We want to make sure that the good side, sparkly side, is out. You can see the other side is not quite as sparkly. That's the bad side. So when we're pinching and twisting, The reason why we're doing that is we want to make sure the good shiny side is facing out. And again, you can see we have our little stair steps. So up we go, and that's the start. Now, to make our tails, I twist it so I have my shiny side facing out. I'm going to loop it back up, and just depending on how long you want your tail, which I think this is good enough, or you can do even longer, like so. So there's a nice big long tail. For these ones, I end up making 3 tails. So then I pull it up, and then I twist, and that's going to be my 3rd tail right there. I'm not going to cut it at this point. I'm going to take my wire, and I'm going to slide it through the loop. And then through my fingers, like so. So through the loop, through the fingers, pull, and twist. Now you can cut your tails. So there's 2. And there's the 3rd one. And now the part is fun where you get to pull and manipulate it. So here's our middle part. So we're going to start pulling up and pulling down to make our bow. And there you have your bow.